Good morning. This is going to be the Cancer reading. I apologize. I've got fans going in here, so it's a little loud. I haven't had air conditioning for a month. I'm having electrical issues in the house that I'm renting, and it's been very frustrating, and I'm probably going to end up having to move as a result because I just have little tolerance for it. But anyhow, I did want to go ahead and get started on your reading. If you have been following me for a while, you know that I make other videos. I make twin flame videos, past life readings, which is past lives are really basically kind of like my expertise. I'm very, very good at that kind of thing. In fact, I'm probably going to offer past life readings as one of the options that you can choose if you want to have a personal reading with me, because I do feel like there's a lot of people that are very interested in knowing what all and who all they've been before, and understand the way these timelines work is that they're all happening at the same time because time doesn't exist. So everything that you have been as a soul and what you are now, and understand there's several timelines available to you now for like the physical form that you're in now. We just align to them energetically. And then everything that you will be is all already mapped out. You hold that ancient DNA, that ancient knowledge. Your soul does. Your soul knows everything. It's very, very powerful. Your soul and all the other souls make up this huge quilt that makes up the universe. So when you refer to the universe, you're referring to yourself, and it's beautiful energy. But let me go ahead and get started. I'm sorry I got off on a tangent. I do that sometimes. All right, we have the Four of Coins. And there's a lot of worry involved in this card. And I feel like it's worry about the future. There's a lot of things going on with you right now, a lot of changes. I'm getting for some of you, it's going to be changes in your living arrangement, possibly starting a new job. And so you have a lot of concerns right now about the future. And the message that's coming through from Spirit is to stop worrying, because worrying isn't going to solve your problems. It isn't going to help anything. And once you realize that all you have to do is think positively and you'll have a positive outcome, it's really just that simple. I promise you. You think negative, you get negative results. Because whatever we prepare for is what we attract. And my mom used to tell me all the time, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Always keep a couple backup plans. Well, when you do that, whatever you prepare for, you're going to manifest. And lately the theme in my readings has been clearing ancestral karma and patterns. We get stuck, the physical body that we're in, and understand no one is their body. And the physical family that you have right now, most of them are soul family as well. You've had other lives with them. But the physical family that you have took on different traits that were passed down generation to generation. And these don't necessarily have to be health traits. They don't have to be like physical appearance traits. These can be ways. These can be a whole belief system. You know, you have whole generations of family who have hated a race. And that gets passed down from generation to generation. That's that fear-based energy. Now, as a soul, understand, we don't take that on. We are pure love. Always. The soul is always pure love. That's the reason why it's always best to go with your heart or your soul rather than in your mind, because your mind is your ego, and that's where all your fears are. So some of us are meant to clear out these patterns that we've been stuck in, and I feel like that is going to be a big theme right now. So if you have a negative family like I do, you know what? Do something different. What harm is it going to do for you to think positively for a positive outcome and it not happen? Hell, at least you weren't worried. That's what I tell myself. Well, at least I wasn't worried. But you know what? That's never happened to me. Because either one of two things happen. Either I am very, very positive and I have a very, very positive outcome, or usually the first, actually I need to flip those around, because usually my first choice has been, up until recently, now that I finally figured this shit out, was, okay, I'm going to worry and worry and worry about it, try to figure it out, try to get out ahead of it, because I hate to be blindsided. God, I would really hate to be sitting here thinking positive things and it not work out, and then I lose all faith and hope in the universe. But now, since I've learned that that isn't getting me anywhere, because I always have a negative outcome, what the fuck? I might as well think positive and not have any doubts or insecurities in the back of my mind, because energy doesn't lie. You cannot fool the universe. And to clarify that card, we have Forward March. Looking backward ensures a broken neck. Your art should wage war. The only constant will always be contradiction. Okay, so first of all, I did want to say that you cannot go backwards. I don't know how many times I will be feeling good. I'll be positive thinking, wonderful things are coming my way. And then all of a sudden something happens and I get triggered, or something scares me. And I want to run back into that old energy again. And then I'm like, man, I messed up. I can't. Damn. It's almost like messing up and smoking after you've been smoke free for a year, or drinking or something. You know, it's that type of feeling where you're like, fuck it, you know. I done messed up now. You know, and used to be I would be in that energy and I'd be like, you know what, I'm just going to stay here for a while in lower energies. And shit's miserable. But even then, you cannot go backwards. That's still not going backwards, because, now granted, you might have taken a little side road. You're still forward moving, but you took a little side road because guess what? Your soul aligned to that. That is something that your soul knew that it wanted to learn. Because after all, we are divinities, gods and goddesses in physical form, having human experiences simulated in our minds. And I know I say this all the time, and this might go over your head, but if you can grasp that, then you have all the fucking secrets of the universe. And you know what? This happened to me over the weekend, and over the past couple days, it happened to me. Like, I have talked about it in these videos over and over and over again, but I really, in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, I actually saw it. So I'm telling you, if you cannot resonate with anything else, resonate with that. Your art should wage war. You know, and then it's talking about contradiction. I know rules and restrictions tend to make me quite contrary. And the reason why, when you start ascending and you start growing spiritually, and I'm not talking about religion, because anybody who watches my channels, I don't even try to sugarcoat my disdain and my hatred for religion, for organized religion, period. So, you know, if you don't resonate with that, then I don't know what to tell you, because all I can do is speak my truth. Now, you see how I did that? Your art should wage war. I'm not saying wage war. What I'm saying is always speak your truth. And as you are on this ascension process, you will become more and more truthful with people. In fact, I don't even know how to be tactful now. 1, 2, I'm horrible with rules and restrictions, because I'm a free spirit. I'm a soul, first of all. I'm a sovereign being. And so with that being said, it's very, very hard for me to deal with rules and restrictions on a human level, since I am now my soul. When I was a human, it was all right, because I was conditioned to know these things. But as I have ascended more and more, I've gotten more and more trouble with breaking the damn rules. Because I don't like them. You know, before that, I played by the rules. Not always. Now, don't get me wrong. Didn't always play by the rules. There were times I didn't. But as I ascend more and more, I'm playing less and less by the rules. I'm sorry, it's taking me forever. And it's going to be a really long reading. We have the Page of Swords, and this to me is a defensive stance. Don't feel like you have to defend yourself against other people. you know what, you have to get to the point where know what's worth your energy and what isn't. You know, and you have to get to the point where you tell, you know, somebody, you know what, I really don't care how you think, feel, or what you say about me. I do not care. Who cares? Who are you? You're not doing anything for me because I am an independent person who I don't need anybody. See, when you don't need anybody, you can talk like this. If you need somebody, then you cannot talk like this, and let that sink in. You should not need anybody. But know what's worth your energy and what isn't worth your energy. If it's not worth your energy, be like, oh well, you know, just do the eye roll and walk off. This is that Generations, that Ancestors card about breaking these patterns. I know I have broken up so many patterns, from like little things to like big things, as far as, you know, my physical family. My physical family has always, and it's so funny with this picture right here. And this is just like, understand, this is just one minor thing. There have been like big things I've cleared for the family too, but this is a minor thing. There's a snake here. My family has been scared of snakes forever. I don't even know where it started. I mean, I'm figuring, in fact, this just came to me that, and this is how stuff has been coming to me, that way back in the day, so one of my ancestors had a situation with a snake, and that shit got passed down because when I was 3 years old, my mom came out, and we were living in South Carolina at the time because my dad was out, the man who I thought was my father was out to sea. And my mom came running outside screaming bloody murder because I was playing in a nest of snakes who did not harm me. And at that point, I knew too that I was supposed to be scared of snakes, and I've been scared of snakes until even recently. I'd say a couple of years ago, I've been facing my fear of snakes, and now they go everywhere I go. I go out to the park or walk by the river. There, I'll see 5 or 6 of them. They're everywhere. Like, people stop and stare. I'm like, you know, like they've never seen them before. And I'm like, every time I come out here, I see like 5 or 6 of them. They're all around me, and I've got pictures all over my Facebook page. So do check it out, Tracy Lynn Porter on Facebook. The link's also in the description of the video. I took a picture of a snake yesterday. And so, clearing ancestral patterns. Ace of Staffs. This is a new beginning, and this is about being fearless. And remember when I said about facing fears? I feel like that's prominent for somebody, because as long as you have fears, once again, this is giving your power away. Remember when I said needing something gives your power away? Well, being scared of something gives your power away. It's so empowering. Like, I literally have faced all of my fears and released them. You have to face them. Like, they will never completely go away. Like, I had this bright idea. I was going to do a photo shoot with a snake, because a lot of my themes on my Facebook page are like my past lives. That's why I say go check it out. I do live videos on there all the time. What was I saying about facing fear? Oh, I was going to do like a live photo shoot with like a snake, and I was like, I'm not that over my fear yet. No. So they will never completely go away. You just stop feeding them. And then once you release those fears, you can start attracting better situations. The presence of love will always cast out fear. So remember I said that the soul is pure love, and you have to really tap into your soul energy in order to know that. And it's being completely fearless. I mean, imagine living in a world okay, and there's so many people right now in lower consciousness. It's going to take a while. It starts with people like us who are open to universal laws and universal truths and knowing how the universe really works in order to get these changes and this ball rolling and raising people's consciousness and raising people's vibrations. But anyway, imagine a world where people are no longer jealous. They're no longer greedy. Imagine, feeling as a soul, you want to experience life, you want to learn and grow and have experiences. And imagine wanting everyone else to as well. And not binding people to you and letting people flow, kind of flow in and out. And being all right with it. I know that doesn't sound very romantic to some of you, but I don't know. After all the fucking toxic ass relationships I've been in, I'm going to tell you one thing. My peace is the number one most important thing in the world to me. I sit in this house by myself and I'm alone 90% of the time, and I am all right with it. In order for someone to come in, and I'm kind of balancing right now to have a physical relationship with my twin flame. If you don't follow my twin flame videos, do check them out. But we're balancing right now to have that physical relationship. And I, basically got to choose. Do you want to be alone? Do you want to go back to the kind of relationships you've been having? Or do you want to continue with this? And I said, you know what? I think I'm ready for something higher vibrational because I've been through so many toxic ass relationships. What do I have to lose at this point? Give me something. I want to try something new. And we have the Ace of Cups, and that is that brand new shot of love. But you have to know what love is first. And it involves casting out fears. Not being scared you're going to lose people, or not being scared you're not good enough, because you know what? The only person you have to prove you're good enough for is yourself. Nobody can take that from you. That's the reason why self-focus is so important, and I really feel like that's the energy of this cup, is fill your own cup first. This is you. This is your cup. It's overflowing. You filled it yourself. And you know what? Anybody that comes along can add to it, but they can't take out of that cup. Make sure you check your intentions at the door. If it is somebody you're romantically interested in, ask yourself these questions. Why do I want to be with that person? Am I trying to gain something from them? Do I have expectations of them coming in and filling my cup for me and keeping me happy? Ask yourself, why do I want this person? If it involves anything like, I love the way that they make me feel, they complete me, they make me happy, wrong. Because I got to go through this, just like over the weekend, and I was actually asked these questions. As a sort of initiation to my own soul. And, I had to really think about it, and I answered with questions like, you know what? I love going out to eat with him, especially going out to eat breakfast. I love the conversations that we have. It's just beautiful to have somebody who's on the same wavelength as I am. Anytime I would say something that was like I said, involved how he made me feel. And I even had to kind of be careful with the sex, because that's fear-based. It can be fear-based energy too, because that's all about, how he makes me feel. So I had to change it to, making love to connect on a soul-to-soul, have a soul-to-soul experience. For our souls to communicate, how to change the language of it. So watch your language for your intentions that you're setting out, because if they're not coming from a pure place, the universe cannot come in and bring them to you. The only thing that you can get are lower vibrational situations, because by your low vibes, that's what you're going to get, is lower vibrational situations, toxic relationships. So do take a chance. I mean, you don't have to believe the universal laws and truths that I'm teaching you, but what do you have to lose? Has the other stuff worked for you? I'm just saying, it didn't for me. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So time doesn't exist. And understand, these cards are starting not to resonate with me. I had a deck yesterday I had to put away. I'm like, it no longer resonates with me. And the reason why I say this no longer resonates with me is, first of all, it's got you waiting for somebody. And this goes against every fucking thing I've been teaching. I used to love these romance angel cards, but I think I'm going to go to, in fact, you know what? Let me pull one of my heart oracle Lovers Oracle cards, because I like these so much better. Because, Jesus. Not only does time not exist, but I don't want anybody waiting on anybody. I don't care if it is worth waiting on. Fuck that. We're taking our power back. I'm going to retire that deck. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. I like this one much better, because this involves taking back your own power and really imagining what you like. You know, Abraham Hicks, on her videos, she talks about a vibrational escrow. And a vibrational escrow basically has everything that we like. It's that contrast. It's not that anything's good or bad, because everything just is, and everything is here to serve you in one way, shape, form, or another. Because remember when I said it's a forward-moving journey, you might take like a little off-road and have an additional lesson. But it's just because your soul aligned to that and attracted that type of situation. So how do we experience what we like and we don't like, you know, and we have to experience both to know that contrast. So things that we do like, we put into this vibrational escrow. So whenever there's something that you do want to attract, take all those good vibes that you have from that experience that you want and focus on those. That's that vibrational escrow. So imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for more new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So release the negativity and step into that positive light and stay there. Because like I said, that was what I was talking about earlier. Like we think that, you know, if we know, we can get out ahead of it, or if we're blind, we won't be blindsided. But the magic is in the unknown. The magic happens when you can't see it. It's like that bulb you plant in the ground. And if you keep watching it, it won't sprout. But if you walk away and do some other stuff and come back, there it is. It's that type of energy. You've got to stay positive. We have the Hangman. And basically what I'm getting with this is that you are stuck in your mind. Release the stories you're telling yourself. And tell yourself better stories. And release your backup plan. Stop preparing for doomsday. Stay positive. Get out of your head, because your fears can paralyze you and keep you from moving forward. Even when you're guided to move forward, it can stop you. So do this. Yvonne, you have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. We have this card, and it's very interesting because down here we have another cat card. And this happened, I swear this happened in the All Signs reading. Who watched that? Or no, it was Aries that happened in, and I could not for the life of me figure out what this damn cat meant. I was like, God, I never get stuck. Listen to me. I never get stuck on a card. Never. I'm gonna come back to these because it's something about this cat cards that fucks me up. I might have to pull a clarifier. I'm all messed up over these cats. I don't know what's going on. We have the Joker, and basically this is the Fool. And this is that energy I was talking about to get out of that Hanged Man. You have to have trust and faith, and you just have to go all in. You know, the Fool, he started off this journey just full of light and hope, and, you know, this young kid, like, oh, this whole world is mine, and I'm going to get out here, and it's just going to be beautiful. And then he has all these different experiences with, like, the coins and swords and staffs. You know, like the Hangman, the cups. You know, he has, in the traditional tarot deck, he has all these different experiences. And so the key is the whole time to still stay in this energy. Do not let what has happened affect you or change you, where suddenly you're cold, or you've got, you know, your guard up, and you're not the same person that you were before. You let this shit change you from, you know, who you are. And those are the conditions that we take on as a human. We get hurt, we want to wall ourselves up. Whereas a soul, we're like, you know what? This is what I came to experience. I wanted to experience love and heartache and pain, and I wanted to know what it felt like. So that is the energy I'm getting from this card. God, I'm so far behind on these cards, guys. It's going to be like a 35-minute video. But so many messages came through, and it was so beautiful. The Seven of Staffs. And once again, this is that defensive. You know what? This is not a defensive card. These cards are becoming so much more clear to me lately. I think that's the reason why my messages are just popping, why it's taking me so long. Seven of Staffs is not defensive. It's about power, because this is a clarifier. This is about stepping into your power. And I was talking earlier about how to step into your power. One, stop worrying about what people think about you. Stop needing people. Fill your own cup. Start thinking positively. This is how you take your power back. Now let me figure out what these damn cats mean. God, that's like the craziest thing. You have a special bond with animals. All right, let's think about the qualities of a cat. And you know what's crazy? Because cats have been all over my damn yard. And you know I do have a very witchy history, soul history. Like my soul has had several roles as a witch, and I consider myself to be very witchy. And for like the past 3 years, there have been cats all over my damn yard all the time. So then this kind of freaks me out more that I see these. I really need to meditate on this, because I really believe that cats bring certain messages. I'm not, you know what, let me read the postcard oracle card, because I'm really beginning to, like I said, believe that cats really are gods and goddesses. They have an ancient history too. Very powerful one. Okay, hold on. Very powerful history. Very ancient history. And so they have a lot of stored knowledge with them that they have carried with them, because all souls do. But we just have soul amnesia, and we have to wake up to it. And that's what all these fears and all this shit that's happened to us in our lives, that we've been like, oh, this shit is so bad. That's what it's been for, was to help us to wake up from our sleep. So I do feel like the cats have something to do with ancient soul DNA and ancient history, soul history. Possibly the Akashic Records. Someone was asking me the other day about the Akashic Records. I said the Akashic Records is not like this room you go to. Your own soul is the Akashic Records. Because remember I said all the souls are connected in this huge quilt that makes up the universe. So we all can access each other's history and DNA and who all we've all been. We're all connected. And we could be having demos with this person that's connected to us over here on this side. And demos with that person all simultaneously, because there's no time, there's only energy. So I believe the cats are a way of showing you that you do have this ancient history. Wow, that's crazy. All right, let me read this card. If this has a message that aligns to this reading, I'm just going to be outdone. And usually it does. Dearest you, there are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. It happens to everyone. Something feels familiar, but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that your part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that has shown up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so, so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your lights to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits you. Loving you so, so much. Wow. So I do feel like that coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. I believe that is waking up from this soul amnesia I was talking about. So be gentle with yourself, and stop being so hard on yourself every time you feel like, oh, I messed up this or I messed up that, or there's no messing anything up. You're right where you need to be at. And I am showing, with this Ace of Cups, that you have a very strong love connection coming. And this could be one returning or a new connection, but you must fill your own cup first. And with this card here, I did show, new housing. I showed new job opportunities for somebody. You just have to stop worrying about it and think positively. Well, Cancer, I always enjoy doing your readings. I enjoy your energy a lot. I really enjoy Cancer energy. But if you would like to have a past life reading, or personal reading, or we can video chat and I can pull a few cards, it's about 30 minutes long. Any of those things right now are $40. Or if you'd like to make an energy donation, I'll include the information in the description of the video. Thank you for watching.